Yo, what's up, WrestleTube? It's Ronin Wrestling back with another video for you guys. Today, we're going to be exploring the WWE 2024 PLEs, and we're going to be tier ranking them. Now, I've seen a couple people do it already, but I decided to throw my name into the old St. Nicholas hat here and give you guys my opinion. So, let's just hop right into it, why don't we? All right, so the tier list should be below me right now, somewhere down there in the realm of... I don't know what the heck I'm saying right now, but I've never done a video like this where I have my face in like the corner and then have my screen recording. So bear with me if I'm doing things wrong or whatever. I also don't have an ad blocker, so these companies will be getting some free promotion from me to all 5 viewers. Let's see this video. So we're gonna start chronologically with Royal Rumble. I'm just gonna throw it up here. Just so we could have it up, and then we'll decide. So, Royal Rumble matches themselves, Cody Rhodes and Bayley were the winners of those. I think the women's was honestly better than the men's. It had a lot more surprise returns and entrance, and honestly, like the ending sequence was pretty solid too, which boosted it up. And the men's was solid. I'm not gonna just say it wasn't. It was a solid match. And then we had Logan Paul defending his US championship against Kevin Owens, and then we had that fatal four-way with Roman defending against Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight. Kind of a throwaway match on the way to WrestleMania. We knew nobody was going to win, but it was still a good match, good entertaining match. As far as where I'm going to put this, I think I'm going to have to give it an A. I think I'm going to have to give this one an A. Very solid pay-per-view from top to bottom. So, A tier for Royal Rumble 2024. All right, next up we got Elimination Chamber. We're just going to do the same thing, drag it in there, and then we'll place it as we go. So, Elimination Chamber, to me, wasn't all that special, to be honest. It was really cool to see some of like the hometown people getting their shots, but honestly, I mean, I had to wake up at like 5 a.m. to watch this. Actually, I didn't even wake up. I stayed up all night to watch this at like 5 in the morning. Regretted it pretty hard the next couple days because threw off my sleep schedule entirely. But honestly, I don't even know if it was worth. I should have just watched it later on. It was fine. It was entertaining. We had Rhea Ripley beat Nia Jax, I believe. I think that's what it was. Let me just confer here on my handy dandy list that I made. Yep. So it was Rhea that defeated Nia Jax to retain her championship. And then for the Elimination Chamber matches, we had Becky Lynch and Drew McIntyre win, respectively. And then what else do we got here? We had a men's tag team title match and a women's tag team title match, both of which we could have just seen on like Raw or SmackDown. So I'm gonna give Elimination Chamber a C here. It wasn't bad, and so it's not in the D category. I would say like S is like blows me out of the water. A is really solid, really good. B is B's good. C is like slightly below average. I guess B would be average, and then C is slightly below average, with D being the worst one on here. So C is not a bad spot for it. And spoiler alert, I don't know if anything's going to be worse than that as we go through the video here. So next up is WrestleMania. This has both of the WrestleManias here. We'll just move them up. So this has both the WrestleManias here. Honestly, I wanted to kind of just grade it just based off the whole pay-per-view itself. I know a lot of people do night 1 and night 2, but it's still like the same PLE. So I wanted to do it that way, but I figured it'd probably be better for everybody watching to have it individualized. So I did really like both of them, but I'm gonna have to say that night 1 here is going to be an A tier, and then S tier is night 2. Night 2 had the Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes match, Io Sky and Bailey. Those are like basically all you really need. But what else did they have on? I think they had the Logan Paul match against Randy Orton, which was super entertaining. Had Speed involved in it, which is always fun. He's a very entertaining character in his own right. A was fun. Just a couple of the matches missed for me, but the main event was really fun. Yeah, I think these are good spots for the WrestleMania individual days here. All right, next up we got Backlash from France, from Lyon, France. This was another absolutely stellar pay-per-view. Just to start the year here, we're going absolutely ham on the pay-per-views with Royal Rumble, WrestleManias here, and then Backlash I'm also going to put into S tier with Night 2 of WrestleMania. It was, I mentioned it in prior videos before, but the crowd in Lyon, France is definitely the best wrestling crowd in the world right now. I really hope they go back there soon because I was just so entertained the entire time I was watching. So yeah, Backlash in S tier is definitely going to be an easy decision for me here. Moving on, we have the King of the Ring tournament finale, I guess, which was Gunther and Randy Orton for the men's, and for the women's it was Nia Jax and Lyra Valkyria. I really wish they did more with Lyra afterwards because I feel like they pushed her really hard when she first got there, gave her that opportunity, and then she took that like mega annihilator. I think that's what does she call it? The thing where Nia Jax sits on you in the corner. I forget what she calls it, but it might be that. King of the Ring was good. Had some good matches, like the Gunther and Randy match was good, and then had some women's tag match, I believe. And then let's see, did Cody defend on that? Let's see. Handy dandy list here again. Yes, we had Logan Paul versus Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes, which was good. Honestly, like, yeah, I think B's the spot. I was thinking about maybe dropping it down to C, but some of the matches on there were too good. So I think, the door here almost flew closed, I should say. It would have had no light in here. I probably already have like no light in here. Okay. This video is like all over the place right now, guys. Sorry, but so that's King of the Ring. We're on to Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle. Easy for me to say, huh? So this was another probably. This is another B tier for me. I really loved the main event with CM Punk runs down and starts counting the 1, 2 after Drew hits the Claymore on Damian Priest. Ref's down. CM Punk comes out. We get that two count, and then he stops and looks up. And honestly, like one of my favorite moments from all of 2024 so far, or I guess we're at the end of it now. So all throughout 2024, that was definitely one of my favorite moments. Piper Niven and Bailey had a pretty decent match. I was entertained by it. The rest of the matches on the card were, relatively B tier, I think. Cody Rhodes had a match against AJ Styles again after their Backlash match. I think this is where they had the I Quit match. So all in all, pretty good pay-per-view. B is definitely where I'm going to be putting it. After Clash at the Castle, we got Money in the Bank. So Money in the Bank was solid to me. I know some people said it wasn't all that great in their opinions, but I thought both the men's and women's matches were relatively entertaining, which is kind of what they're there for. They're multi-person matches. If it's a multi-person match, they're kind of there for entertainment, and then obviously we get the briefcase out of it, which is always good for after. The birdies are out. It's a nice day here in Massachusetts. 55. Who would have thought? 55 in December. So anyways, I'm gonna give this one a B as well. I know I'm just peppering the B's here, but that's not a bad thing. Average is good. Average is what we expect going in, and then that's what we get. So yeah, I'm gonna put Money in the Bank at B tier. After Money in the Bank, we've got SummerSlam. So SummerSlam is tough because it had some really cool moments. Some of the matches were not duds, but like pretty non-important in my opinion. However, I think the moments did usurp the non-moments. So I'm going to throw SummerSlam in A tier. We had the return of Roman Reigns here in the main event, which was like massive. I popped huge. Even everyone knew it was coming, but I popped absolutely massive for it. Especially when he chose to take out Solo rather than Cody. I was all for it. So still am all for it. I think it was a great decision. So SummerSlam is going to be an A tier. Some other matches that took place on SummerSlam. We had Sami Zayn dropping his title to Braun Breaker. I think this is the last time we saw Logan Paul. Let's see. I'm checking here. Yep, this is when LA Knight. Yeah, this is when LA Knight defeated Logan Paul for the U.S. Championship. We had the first edition of Drew versus CM Punk, which was fine. Had Seth Rollins as the special guest referee. So yeah, it had some pretty good matches on there. Like I said, some of the matches weren't all that special or memorable, but all in all, yeah, A tier for SummerSlam. So after SummerSlam, we came to Bash in Berlin. Bash in Berlin was good. The crowd was solid, really solid actually. They were probably the second best crowd behind Lyon, France of the year. So I mean, Scotland was really good too. So I can't fully say that, but yeah, I'd say Bash in Berlin. This is going to be another solid B for me here. Again, nothing too crazy jumping off the page. Nothing like out of the ordinary. But yeah, this is the first time we had Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. This kind of has set up what we see today as part of the rivalry because Kevin wasn't really trying to fight him. He goaded him into it, or Cody goaded him into it, saying, hey, like, come on, like, I'm giving you this shot, man. You should take it. I think you deserve it. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. That whole dynamic was fun. Match was good. Had some good storytelling that we've seen pay off further down the line. We had the main event with Gunther and Randy, the second match of the year that they had. First one being at King and Queen of the Ring. This one was a bit better to me. Just very similar matches in terms of like pacing and stuff, but I think this one had, that more definitive finish, which I was definitely happy to see. So I think, yep, Bash in Berlin, solid B. Bash in Berlin's a solid B. After Bash in Berlin, we have Bad Blood. Bad Blood that's an A tier for me. Bad Blood was a really, really good pay-per-view. And then obviously we had The Rock come out at the end. That was like icing on the cake. But we had that tag team match in the main event. Cody Rhodes and Roman teaming up with each other, which is something I didn't think we would see in 2024. But it's something we got and I was all there for. We also had that amazing match of the year candidate between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in Hell in a Cell. And then the rest of it was really just gravy from there. Those two matches really, really carried. And that's okay. That's okay for just a couple matches to be the reason why you think so highly of a pay-per-view. Bad Blood, solid. Atlanta crowd brought it. That's going to be an A tier for me. All right, my penultimate one here, Crown Jewel. So Crown Jewel was like a lot of matches compared to a lot of these are like 4 or 5 match cards. I think Crown Jewel was like 7 or 8. Match of the night for me was probably, I gotta open this again because the wind's blowing. Match of the night for me was probably the US title triple threat. I really, really enjoyed that match. I I would want to say that it was Cody and Gunther, and like they did have a great match, but I feel like a lot of people already knew what was going to be happening. Like Cody was pretty obviously going to be the guy to win. That's kind of why I liked the Nia and Liv match too, because I personally thought Nia was going to win that. So when Liv actually did win, it's a bit of a surprise to me. So all in all, solid pay-per-view. And you know what we do with a pretty solid pay-per-view? We throw it in the B category. So yeah. And last but not least, we got Survivor Series War Games. I know some people might be wondering, hey, where's Saturday night's main event? Well, technically, that is not a PLE. That was just like a TV special almost. So unfortunately, I was not able to put it on here. If I were to put it on here, probably would have thrown it in like the B category. It was fine. It wasn't anything crazy. Nothing. What happened after the event was really more so entertaining than what happened during. So for those of you wondering where that match is. Anyways, on to Survivor Series War Games. We got an absolute banger here. Not quite the S that I just put it in. I am going to put it in an A though. So we got a pretty even A and B here. I thought a lot of the pay-per-views exceeded my expectations. Survivor Series being one of them. The storytelling in that main event, so good. And then people were making fun of the women's one, but some of the spots in there were just like absolutely insane. Like Io Sky backflipping with a trash can on her head while she's like 15 feet, 20 feet, however the heck high up she is in the air. I don't know how she has the gall to do that kind of thing, but so entertaining. And then we obviously had like Gunther and Damian Priest, which was again fine, pretty entertaining. We all knew Finn was going to get involved, so it wasn't anything like crazy, but that was a really fun match. And then what other match did they have? I feel like I'm missing. I definitely am missing one because I only said 3. And then what's the other match here? Oh, there was 2 other matches. There was the Intercontinental Championship triple threat, and then there was the US Championship match where Shinsuke won, which I like Shinsuke's character right now. So honestly, that was pretty solid. And that triple threat for the IC title was probably the most entertaining. Nah, I can't say that. But I was going to say it was the most entertaining IC title match I've seen in recent months, but the Jey Uso win against Braun Breaker probably has that spot. This one would be second, though. This was a great match. The whole crowd just loves Sheamus so much. And, I mean, I'm right there with him. I'm an Irish lad, so I got to root for my guy. But all in all, yeah. A tier for Survivor Series. You know what? Let's reorder these in some kind of different order just based off of how much I actually liked them. I kind of was just doing it chronologically. So, night 2 on WrestleMania. I'll take that ahead of Backlash. Royal Rumble, I'll put behind WrestleMania. And I'll put Bad Blood just behind Survivor Series. I think that's a solid look right there. Right here, I'm going to do this at the top of B. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that here. Crown Jewel is definitely better than King and Queen of the Ring. And then Elimination Chamber in the C tier. So, yeah, this is going to be the definitive tier list for the 2024 PLEs. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll probably be back here with another video within the next couple days. If you guys have any recommendations, leave it in the comments. Also, leave a comment as to your ranking for the pay-per-views, or PLEs, sorry. I'm so used to saying that. It's going to be a while till I break that habit. So, yeah, I hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll catch you soon. Peace.